I got a great story right now, and it's good to have a good story. This is about hope, it's about action, and it's about justice. Happy to say that 60 previously missing kids have been found in Tampa Bay. 20 different agencies all got together to rescue these kids from exploitation. We're going to go through all the details about it, and just, the bad guys are going away. Let's put it that way. So this is a couple weeks ago. The whole operation was about 2 weeks, from June 2nd to June 13th. U.S. Marshals, they were talking about the Florida Attorney General, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, the local sheriffs, the local police, including groups like the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children and Redefining Refuge. They had 100 people on the ground working on this, trying to get to these kids that were being taken advantage of. And the result, ages 9 through 17, if you can believe that. Okay, that's right. 60 young lives brought back from danger. Of those, 69% were missing from the community and 31% had disappeared from foster homes. Some of these kids were victims of human trafficking, and heartbreakingly, some were pregnant, including one girl carrying her trafficker's child. Thankfully, with the amount of people that were involved with this in the different organizations, these kids got help immediately. Okay, they got the medical care if they needed it, psychological support, trauma-informed services as well. I mean, organizations like the Children's Home Network stepped in with therapy and mentoring, and they had programs like Chance to make sure these kids have a path forward. Very important, but it wasn't just about saving the kids, though. Operation Dragon Eye, they went after the bad guys, too. So 8 people are arrested so far for serious charges like human trafficking, child endangerment, drug possession, drug trafficking, and custodial interference. The bonds range from $0 to $250 million, okay? So like no bond up to $250 million, so these guys are going away. And two cases are still under investigation as well. But the 3 primary objectives for this was 1, recover the missing youth, 2, provide the youth with essential services, including future placement, very important, and 3, deter bad actors exploiting child vulnerabilities. So all around success. And also, according to U.S. Marshal William Berger, this was the most successful missing child recovery operation in U.S. Marshals Service history. I mean, think about that in the history of that. But Florida's leaders like Attorney General James Uthmeyer and Commissioner Mark Glass made it clear, Florida is coming for traffickers and they're not stopping. So Operation Dragon Eye is a reminder of what's possible when these agencies work together to protect the most vulnerable. Now, 60 kids have a chance at a safer future, and that's something we're celebrating. Now, recently, I live in Knox County in Tennessee, and recently we had a program that came out. It's called TBAT, Tennessee Businesses Against Trafficking, and a guy named Joey Ruffalo put this together. So all different seminars throughout the month that they were here, but I was able to attend one, and they not only talked about a lot of the stuff we were talking about, these 60 kids, but also human trafficking for adults as well, and kind of what to look for. We went over the different details as far as when you see somebody, maybe you have an employee that comes in at just certain times or just doesn't look right, maybe it's a little mentally clouded, okay? And they talked a lot about the stuff going on with that, but and also too the types of people that were trafficked, the people that traffickers go after, let's say that as well. But they do adult sex and minor sex, labor, and then just human trafficking overall. And there's a lot of misconceptions as well. I mean, I'm not going to spoil the whole class for you, but a lot of times you think these people want help, but they're so down the rabbit hole that they don't even know that they need help. And that's where it got really bad. But we went over through behavioral signs, physical signs, and workplace signs. So if you have a business, I would imagine that your state has it. If you're in Tennessee, it's going to be this one right here. Look into that, because you might be the difference in someone's life of what they're being trafficked or not. So be careful with that. But anyway, back to Operation Dragon Eye. What do you think? Huge success, in my opinion. Drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think. We need to keep this conversation going, because we need to help our kids and we need to help our adults that are being exploited, okay? So you can look up for more information, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children at missingkids.org. And if you have a business, like I said, look up Tennessee Businesses Against Trafficking at tbat.tnsos.gov. It's a lot, but take a look. They've got a lot of good information. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories like this. And until next time, keep reading the headlines, but come here for the truth between lines.
Between the lines.